Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Inside Movies Galore. I am your host, David Streggy, and here I have another review for you of a filmmaker from Detroit's film that he filmed in 2011 called Restitution. And here is what the film looks like. I actually ended up picking this up for $1 at Dollar Tree. So imagine my surprise when I was looking up the filmography of the filmmaker, one of the filmmakers behind Silent Scream, which Silent Scream was a fairly decent slasher film, which they had worked, the two directors had worked with mainline releasing Charity Island Pictures and Freetown Entertainment at that time. So this particular feature was filmed in 2011. Starring Tom Arnold, Mark Bierling, Mina Suvari, William Sadler, who played in The Shawshank Redemption, and Thomas C. Howell, who has played in many different sci-fi films that I remember very fairly well. Now, we have the character of Brian Spikes, who is evidently an insurance investor or investigator, and he's shot at a couple of times. When he comes back to the lawyer firm to get the money ahead of time for the work that he has already done, because he is sick of being fired at and almost hurt. But also we have the relationship of Heather, who is played by Mina Suvari, very lovely, young blonde in here, where she plays a bartender. And as we know, bartenders tend to be like some people's personal psychologists, in a sense. And at first she brushes him off, but Heather falls in love with this character, Brian Spikes, and they have a relationship. And suddenly he disappears one night, and we see him being thrown by a couple of guys into a lake, and then apparently it's a year later, and a writer by the name of Alex Forrester, who looks kind of like him, also played by Mark Bierling. So playing two different characters here is at least very, intriguing. And I kept on thinking that's Brian, that's the dude, throughout the watching the entire film. But I like that there's kind of a mystery involved here. I mean, he rents out an apartment that's like $10,000 a month, and this is an extravagant apartment. $10,000 a month, that's more than what I ever pay. I pay $760 where I live. But Tom Arnold is a character that evidently likes to chase people on the road, but ends up being his neighbor. And evidently Tom Lipnitty is an ex-sniper, and he lost his faith in his ability to shoot. And apparently, not too long ago, he lost his wife as well. So when he becomes a nosy, annoying neighbor, while Alex Forrester is trying to uncover exactly what happened to the people that were involved in Brian Spike's disappearance. And every time he uncovers something, someone dies. And that's the area of intrigue that I like. I like the fact that it goes all the way up through the chain of command to a political figure, because then it like runs deep, whatever it is that is going on. And I enjoyed it to the bitter end. I mean, there was some action here that I did not expect, and some romantic notions that were in here that were pretty decent as well. So I believe that the romantic relationship in here was definitely built upon. I do like the fact that Mina Suvari is very beautiful. She has a way about her that you can like in a woman, and you want that kind of woman to like this kind of a man. So, and I thought that Tom Arnold brought a lot of comedy to the very seriousness and serious tone of this film, and it balanced the tone of the film, and I liked that it wasn't entirely a mystery action film. So I enjoyed this film. It was definitely an interesting bevy of B actors in here. So I give it up to Lance for putting this level of intrigue into packing such a punch that this film does. And it was only $1 for me. So yeah, I certainly enjoyed this film. There did seem to be a slight budget because there were some, action moments that looked like some money was put into this. So, yeah, I thought that this was a very good, very well put together film. And I see that Berlin Entertainment, which is evidently a production company by the actor who played in this, and Washington Street Productions were behind this. And this was distributed with Monterey Media. So, but there it is, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed my description of this film. Like and subscribe to my page if you have not. Definitely check out some of my before reviews, and check out some of my future reviews once I come out with them. I was fairly impressed with the storyline in this film, and if you find this at your local dollar store, definitely pick it up and let me know down in the comments what you thought of this film. So thank you for listening. Have a great day, evening, or morning, wherever you are. I appreciate your time listening to my review. Thank you so much.